They were not met with a cordial response to their customer complaint. They left a review on the site about it, but they wouldn't post it. As it turns out, I was speaking to several friends. I was told they went through the same thing when trying to leave anything but a stellar review. If they are selling to thousands and thousands of people, why are their reviews so picked through with very little negative? If I was to guess, I would imagine they have their own hand-picked reviews, as the 2 perfumes I tried was something different entirely from the 5 stars I was getting. So as far as like reputability...
Hey you guys, what is up? My name is Josie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. A few years ago, I had a video pop off when I was scammed by a very popular Instagram denim company. Link will be up here somewhere if you didn't see that video. But I thought today we would try taking that concept of like seeing an Instagram ad and then paying for it and then getting it and then trying it out. So today we are trying a product that I received via an Instagram web store thing, but it is the brand Oakcha. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Oakcha perfumes and fragrances. So this is the box that the product came in. Honestly, just my first impressions right off the bat from the packaging, it's really nice. I like that the box that this is delivered in is completely plain. It makes me feel kind of safe ordering from their website, knowing that no one's probably going to steal like a small unmarked package if it's sitting out on my porch. Really liked that. Also, it's small enough to fit in the average mailbox as well. Second, the actual packaging that the product arrives in is super nice. It is all cardboard, so it doesn't look like there's any plastic involved in the actual packaging. Love that it has this magnet enclosure. Honestly, this feels really high quality. The gold embossing on the product is really fancy and feels really luxurious. The products themselves aren't super expensive. This, I believe, was $39.99 full price. I purchased it on sale for $29.99 and I had a 10% off coupon. So I was able to score this for, I believe, $28 including shipping. And they include a coupon with every single order. They do have some original fragrances from what I can see on their website. However, what they like to do is sort of copy larger perfume fragrances. For example, this perfume, I got the scent Midnight Nymph in a 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliter bottle. This is supposed to be a dupe for YSL's Black Opium perfume, and I have the YSL perfume in a mini size, and as you can probably tell, I'm almost completely out of it. But this perfume is like $159 to buy the regular size of it. And like, I don't have $159 to spend on a perfume personally. So I think there is something to be said in terms of affordability, accessibility, luxury goods, why those goods are priced the way they are. For like a small business perfumery, I can see myself paying $159 for a fragrance. But for something that I know is probably made in a similar factory or manufacturer to this one, probably has really similar ingredients, future Josie is going to have to go into research mode and do a lot of research on the actual ingredients of the original perfume and then compare them to the ingredients in this one. Like, most people want dupes to popular, expensive luxury fragrances. So I thought this was a really cool concept and idea. I also like that they seem to have some original fragrances on their website. And overall, I just really love the presentation. The actual bottle is fairly pretty. I do like it a lot. I wouldn't say it's like the prettiest bottle in my collection, but I do really like this. I also really like that it's got this little cutout foam piece in here with like velvet on the top. I just think it adds a little bit of that like luxurious vibe, right? I think it's pretty standard, but I like that they have a distinct style. So while I don't think this is the absolute prettiest bottle in my collection, I realize that the bottle is kind of a reason that a lot of people purchase fragrances. In addition to obviously being able to use the fragrances, the bottle is a pretty big pull. It's a minimalist black just fragrance bottle with this shiny black top that's pretty easy to remove but fits on snugly if you're traveling with it. So it's pretty nice. I will say I don't like that the top of the bottle is glossy. I think if it were matte, that would feel a little more luxurious. Like, the bottle itself, without the top, I think looks more luxurious than with the glossy, shiny black top. I don't know, I feel like if you're going to do a perfume with this gold etching, which is beautiful by the way, then it is probably a good idea to leave that as like the shiny piece on the perfume bottle. I just feel like that is a little bit cheap looking. This isn't really about how nice the bottle looks, but I did want to cover it because I know that a lot of people do purchase perfumes with display in mind. So I do think that it is a pretty bottle. I really like the raised embossing here on the side. It has the brand name. Do I think it's as nice as the YSL Black Opium? Like, no, I really do like that bottle and think it's quite glamorous and pretty. But I also kind of really like the minimalism aesthetic that this brand has. So I would compare it sort of to how Dossier packages their products in extremely minimalist packaging, to sort of comp for the cost that you are paying. So a lot of the cost with perfume, when you're purchasing like a big brand, a lot of that cost is name and packaging. They have really extravagant packaging. I mean, I will put a picture of what the YSL version of this perfume looks like, and you can see that the bottle is probably the most expensive part that you're paying for, other than the brand's name, which is YSL. Okay, obviously I have the world's tiniest size left of the YSL Black Opium perfume left. Obviously I'm not going to run out and buy the full size. Like, we are a thrifty queen here on this channel. We aren't spending money we don't have, so I'm going to be stuck with this tiny little baby YSL for this video. But obviously I've used quite a bit of it. I know what this smells like. So let's go ahead and spray this. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to do a spray of the Oakcha on my left wrist. I'm left-handed, so I want to spray the Oakcha on my left wrist, and I want to spray YSL on my right wrist. For now, I want to spray this one first because I already know what the YSL one smells like, so I want to be able to tell you guys if this is remotely comparable, and then I will spray the YSL on this arm, and we will go ahead and give a smell test as accurately as possible. Left wrist up, one spritz. You guys. Oh, wow. That is amazing. Okay, I guess that's a spoiler alert. This is very familiar. It does, in my opinion, smell, right off the bat, I haven't tried it alongside the YSL one, but my memory, you know how smells hold a very significant memory in your brain? This is triggering all of my YSL memories, so like this is very similar. Let's go ahead and spray the Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent on the right wrist. One spray. Obviously you can't visually see a difference here. That is incredible. Wow. These do really smell very, very, very similar. I was not super impressed when I tried the Dossier ones. Maybe I'll do a review for you guys. They did smell similar, but they had sort of a more powdery after smell. And I don't know if that's just because that's how the perfume was reacting with my chemistry and my skin. I have seen other people talk about Oakcha on like TikTok and stuff. My nose is not trained to smell perfumes. In fact, it's not trained to smell much at all. Right off the bat, it's a tiny bit softer. So if you spray more of it, I'm sure you could get the same effect. It doesn't have that like powdery smell, like that almost makeup-y smell that I find like the Dossier copycat fragrances sometimes had. I do want to do a wear test throughout the day. So today I want to do a wear test just to see which wrist lasts the longest if I have to reapply it. So just so you know, I sprayed once in the tester bottle on the right arm and once with the full-size bottle on the left arm. So should be about an equal amount of fragrance on both arms. So I want to see how quickly the Oakcha version sort of disappears on my skin if it lasts all day. I think this is a great one to test because the YSL Black Opium, like that smell is strong and it stays with you. It stays with me after workouts. It stays with me after a full day's work. And I was able to do all of that. And at the end of the night, I would still smell like Black Opium. Not in like an obnoxious way where I was giving people headaches. I hope not. I'm also very sensitive to getting headaches from fragrances, and that one did not do that for me. First impressions, I think this is great. I think this is a really good dupe. But let's do a wear test. I'm going to go the whole day. I'm going to do a little bit of work. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, do some chores, and we will see at the end of the day which side lasted longer, if they lasted the same. This particular fragrance has 11 reviews, and all of them are 5 stars, which does look a little sketch, let's be honest. So let's go ahead and read a couple of the reviews, which all seem to be from this year. So I do wonder if this is a new company or if this is just a new fragrance. This one says, I'm so in love. I can't believe how much I love this perfume. It smells sweet yet musky. Smells just like the original, but longer lasting. This smells just like the original scent that's inspired by, but it's longer lasting. I've wanted the OG for a while, but I haven't wanted to pay the high price. I love all my other Oakcha fragrances, so I decided to give this a try. It smells like sweet vanilla and orange blossom with some coffee wafting to my nose throughout the day too. It never gets cloying because of the brightness from the hints of pink pepper, the smoothness of the cashmere woods, and the slight nuttiness from the almonds. If you're worried about the patchouli in the notes, it doesn't really come through to my nose. I think it's there to help the longevity. If you're a fan of the OG scent, try this out. Okay, so the reviews look fairly legit. Like the grammar is all different. Like it looks like different people wrote these reviews. In terms of dates, though, that's where I get a little sketched out, because a lot of them are from like a similar date. Like it seems like they're all from last month, which is, I mean, if this perfume came out last month, that makes sense. I will say the reviews are a little weird. Not in terms of like the content of the reviews, but like the dates of the reviews are very close in proximity. So I'm side-eyeing a little bit because the reviews, I will say it smells great and it does smell like the original. The reviews are where I'm like, are they having their employees leave reviews like within a week time span? Because all of these are like in like a few weeks time span. I'm a little side-eye to the reviews because I know from personal experience working for a corporate place, sometimes businesses will ask employees, they won't tell them to because that's illegal, but they'll ask them to like leave a review of the product. I know Paula's Choice had an issue with that a while ago. I know a company that I happened to work for, it wasn't a cosmetic brand, it wasn't someone selling anything, but there was a company that I had worked for that we didn't have the greatest Google or Indeed employee reviews, and we were highly encouraged. We weren't told we had to, but we were highly encouraged to leave a review of our experience, and if it were positive, really pushed to post a review on like Google and Indeed about being an employee there. Not about the thing we were doing or the product or not product, the service we offered, but just about working there in general. So, red flag. So not convinced that their reviews are super legit, but I am pretty convinced that the product might be. So I'm willing to overlook that, especially for the price. I did receive a product, which I think is very important. I don't think this is a scam. I think that some of the reviews may be fudged because I can't see within 2 months this many, like 11 reviews being posted around a similar, like just in 2 months, a similar time. I don't know. Maybe they're completely legit. I'm not, this is all alleged. This is just how I feel. Almost Nude has 25 reviews, but all of them seem to be 5 stars, which is like the concerning part. So one has 10 reviews, the other has 2. This one had 11. Their highest on the page that I'm looking at is 25, but they're all 5 stars, which leads me to believe that like maybe some of their reviews aren't legit. However, I do really like the fragrance. That's one thing I do really like. Okay, that is crazy. So I can't find a fragrance ingredients list for Oakcha Midnight Nymph. I can't find it. So let me see if I can find YSL Black Opium ingredients. Okay, so pulling up YSL Black Opium ingredients pulls up the immediate Google result from pulling from Sephora. There's citronelle in the Black Opium perfume, which is interesting because I did look it up. A lot of luxury fragrances can also act as bug repellent because they contain like ingredients like citronelle. Okay, yeah. Some of the ingredients are colorant, which I don't believe is in this one. I believe this is just clear I can't see inside the bottle, obviously, but I'm pretty sure the product is just clear and they don't bother with color because it's an opaque bottle. So I imagine that's saving you some money. The first ingredient in the Black Opium perfume is alcohol and water. So that means those are the 2 main ingredients in the whole perfume bottle. So obviously those are in there for a reason. However, I know a lot of people look for fragrances with no alcohol in it because it's not the greatest ingredient. I cannot find an ingredient list for the Oakcha Midnight Nymph or any of the Oakcha fragrances, to be honest. that's not really great, but I would be willing to bet that those two ingredients are probably also the same. So I'm going to do a little bit more research, hopefully come back with an ingredient list for this if I can find one.
Hey guys, it's Editing Josie. If you're wondering why I sound the way I sound, it's currently 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm editing this video and I am doing the research portion. And I just wanted to touch on a few things because I think it's kind of vital and important that I do. So I was kind of touching on in the video that I thought that their website reviews looked a little sketchy. So I wanted to go ahead and look into that a little bit more before the video got posted, because like I didn't want to just post it without having done this background research, because I think it's really important. So first of all, their ingredients lists are nowhere to be found. Let's talk about that first. So they claim all of our bottles are, I'm going to butcher this, extrait de parfum. For reference of the concentration, see below. They say that their perfumes are 30 to 40% aromatic compounds. Where's your company based out of? They state that they are proud to be located in Toronto and New York City, and they do state that they will offer a refund on your product. However, I want to touch back on that. I googled Oakcha fakes its reviews, like on Google, and the first result is from a website called trustpilot.com, and I will have these websites linked in the description below if you want to check them out for yourself and read everything. I will say, so on Trustpilot, they have a 2.3 rating out of 17 total reviews. 76% of those reviews are 1 star. 18% are 5-star, and then 6% of them are 2-star reviews. A lot of the complaints are unprofessional customer service, have to email 4 to 5 times for any hope of a response. Returns are expensive. No return labels are provided, is what somebody posted as of October 13th of this year. Date of experience, they state, was September 11th, 2022. Some of the complaints are about the actual perfume, which, like, I personally enjoyed my perfume experience. I didn't have any customer service issues with my order, any product issues with my order, so I can't vouch for their customer service and if it's improved or not. They only publish good reviews. This was posted October 4th of this year. They only publish good reviews. I got sucked into buying some of their perfume by reading the good reviews on their website, but suspiciously there are no bad or average reviews. After scrolling through the alternate online avenues, I discovered they're not presenting the full picture by selectively displaying only good reviews. It's very deceptive. They didn't like their perfumes. They claim their perfume is phthalate and paraben free, but do not actually tell you what other synthetics you are exposed to in the term fragrance. I can only imagine whatever it is. It's not great. Some people had issues with their packages arriving. Oakcha does not pass my test. They don't post their ingredients list publicly. They make you guess like what's in it. They say that it's fragrance oil, but they don't tell you what that means. They say it's paraben and phthalate free, but they don't elaborate further. High-end designer brands like YSL can give their ingredients list, and it looks like they don't post fake reviews, but they only keep good ones on the website. Personally, I really liked the products. I genuinely do, but if this is how they're running their website, like, I personally can't feel in good conscience that I can give this like an A+ review. I can't even really give this a passing review. My experience was good. I liked the products. I got them quickly. They arrived in one piece in a good condition. They were packaged really well. They were in a separate box with a lot of packaging, so the bottles wouldn't break. They were in really great condition. So personally, I had a great experience. They last really well on me. They smell really good. They smell like the originals that they are, copying. But their reviews are totally bogus. Like, I'm gonna go to their review page. And they even have the most cocky little thing. That's like, if you'd ask us about Oakcha's fragrances, of course we would tell you how amazing our quality is, but hey, you don't have to take our word for it. See yourself, 316 pages of reviews. And you can't sort them. You can't sort the reviews by the rating. So if you were trying to find a negative one, you can't. And there literally isn't any. That is really disappointing. Oakcha, do better. Do better. If these reviews are legit, and I assume that they are, and you're just not posting the negative ones, you have 316 pages of good reviews. In my personal experience, I've worked customer service, I've worked in a corporate environment. The only time people really leave reviews is when they've had a negative experience. You don't, even if it's not a fair review, even if it's like some Karen, those are the people who leave reviews, because most people, when they have a good customer experience, they don't, unless it was extraordinary, if it was just average or okay, or they got it and they liked it, or even they got it and they loved it, their first inkling is not to go review the product on the website. Unless it's like a small business, which I don't think Oakcha is. They have a sister company called like Oil Perfumery. So I don't think this is a small business. Do better. Because this is bullshit. If you got 316 pages worth of good reviews, that's not 360 good reviews, that's 316 pages of good reviews. If those are genuine reviews, how many negative ones are you hiding? Why do you feel the need to hide every negative review? You can't let like a few slip in there just to make it look like it's a legit website. Because let me tell you something, if I had seen all of the positive reviews prior to buying, I probably wouldn't have purchased anything, because it looks so fucking fake. It looks so fake. It looks really bad. Other than that, the company seems to suck. So maybe don't maybe don't buy anything from them. Maybe skip this one if you're not interested in taking a risk or losing some money. Do better. Do better. Do better. It's the same page. It is the same exact page. If you go to Oakcha's reviews, you can see the fonts are the same. Real reviews from our customers, and then it's the same format. It looks exactly the same. From the font to, like, that's the header. That's the header on the Oil website. They're exactly the same website build. They didn't even build a different website. I will see you guys next week. Stay well until then. Bye! That seems like a weird way to end a negative review about a company. Alright, well, bye!